All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just finished season 1 of REZERO, RE0. I don't know how you pronounce it. And it's bloody brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Now, you guys may remember I reacted to episode 1 and then kind of just went back to whatever else I was reacting to and put it to the side for months. Then the other day I was just chilling, ill. I've been ill these past 10 days, and I thought, let me just sit down and watch something. And I started ReZero, and bloody hell is it a brilliant show. It's so enjoyable. Subaru is such... Subaru? It's such a unique main character, bro. You've got to understand, I haven't watched... I'm pretty sure it's an isekai. I don't think I've ever watched an isekai. So, I don't know if they normally do it this way. But he genuinely just feels like a normal Greg off the street and has just been thrown into this world. But it's been done brilliantly. Because he's got all the mindsets of like a lazy teen who only cares about himself. And then he has to like, I don't know, it's not just as simple. It's not just as simple as guy gets put into the world, enjoys the cool area in the world, and becomes a mage or whatever. It's not that so far. I've only season 1, so I don't know. But it's just they're more going into the emotional aspect of it, which is so cool, bro. It's so cool. And you literally see his failures because of that through the Groundhog Day mechanic. Now, the reason I'm loving this anime is because of the characters. Even if it didn't have the Groundhog Day mechanic, I think I'd still really enjoy it, right? But because it's got that Groundhog Day mechanic, which is basically, for people who don't understand what that is, you die and you repeat the day. Well, we don't currently know that in ReZero there seems to be a save state. I don't know how it saves. Whenever he accomplishes the task, it saves. It's so interesting, but I still don't know why or how or what's going on with the witch or so there's a brilliant like mystery there, but it's not frustrating for the viewer because you're kind of like putting pieces together and having your theories. Obviously, my theory, and it's a simple one, something to do with the witch. Clearly, she's using him for something. I don't know. I really like Lilia. I really like Rem. I hate their designs, just gonna be honest. I hate the chibi kid-looking design, but you're an adult. I despise that. I don't know why that's a thing. But anyway, you just move on from that. But Rem is the best girl. Bro needs to lock in and he just needs to lock in and be like, you know what? Yeah, no, she's the one for me. Because there's a scene. Oh, sorry, I'm still up. There's a scene, and it's insanely well written, where they're both talking, and the whole episode is just them talking after he's like been failing so much. Right? He's just been failing miserably. It's one of my favorite episodes. And there's a point where he fails so bad, bro becomes a vegetable. Yeah. He just... When I say he fails, though, you can't blame him. This brother comes across this guy who's insanely voice acted, and he's so evil. I want to say he's Inosuke's voice actor. Am I getting the name right? Inosuke Demon Slayer? Is that... Yes, I don't know why I want to say it's Inosuke's voice actor, who, as we all know, is insane. It might not be him, but it sounds like him. Bro, this is what I mean about the mental aspect of Subaru and the show, how they're doing it so well. Bro, he sees so much. When he gets respawned, he's just a vegetable. Bro, he literally has a mental breakdown. And he's just like, But the best girl, Rem, she's got his back. So good. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys know how much I hate furries, right? But I guess Puck's alright. I don't know how they made that little cat this badass. Oh, God. I don't know how they made this little cat this adorable freaking thing. This badass ice spirit. I've also got so many questions about the spirit. I've got questions, about the election. Why are all these girls just being chosen for the elections? Not that women can't lead, but why is it all these just, young women being chosen? I don't know. That might have got mentioned, but I don't know. Did I watch the edited version or the normal version? I just watched whatever was on Crunchyroll. They're hour-long episodes, and they were brilliant. I've heard there are different versions. I just watched the hour-long episodes of Crunchyroll, and yesterday I watched the film, and that was brilliant. Oh my god, Lilia needed that. Because throughout the season, Lilia's kind of around, but she's not. She's his love interest, and, it's really cool seeing her and Puck and their relationship, but she's not as important as Rem through the season. But she is, because she's literally, people think she's like some demon, a reincarnation of the witch, because apparently the witch is going to reincarnate in a person. Again, apologies if I'm getting the lore wrong. You got to remember, I was watching this when I was ill, but I know people will want my thoughts. She's the reincarnation of like the witch, because she has silver hair, elven ears, and purple eyes, I believe it was. Emilia, not Lilia? That's my nickname! Didn't you watch the show? I want to give a pet name. And that is how you save it. I'm pretty sure he calls her Lilia. No? Am I bugging? Oh, no, Puck calls her Leah or so. I can't remember. Anyway, Emilia. Sorry, Emilia. The one thing that I have no idea about, and I think the show wants you to not have any idea about, is Zeke's voice actor guy. Of course it's Zeke. That brother's some... As we know with Hisoka, if there's a brother who's painting his face in clown makeup, we've got to keep an eye on this guy. He's so mysterious. We still have no idea who he is, what he's doing. Bro, genuinely in one episode, flies away like Superman. And it's such a cool scene. You just see him go, and he's gone. It's like, all right, okay, there goes the clown guy who plays with Ram's frickin' horn hole. Crazy sentence. But that did happen. It happened. If you're not sure who Ram, he's sus. If you're not sure who Ram is, she was like a gifted Ram and Rem twins. They're twins, and they've each got one horn from like a devil family. The world building's insane, by the way. Where is this devil family? Are we going to see these devil people? Are we going to see more of them? So many questions. Also, episode 1, is that lady all right? She was great. I hope we see her again. Or, people with more builds like that. That would be nice. Yeah, it's a brilliant show. Anyway, back to my thoughts. Brilliant show. I really like the character designs of most of them. You know my thoughts about the bloody, what's it called? They look very different from the normal anime. Some of them do look very anime-like, but you know what I mean? It's a unique character design, which I always appreciate. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Rosewild, that's his name. That brother's sus. But apparently, this is how you know I'm locked in. Apparently, he's doing that because, again, brilliant world design, brilliant magic design. Mages need to leak out their magic so they don't overflow or something along those lines. So that's how he gets around it with his. As we saw with that snow episode with Puck, who has to, leak out their magic because it's overflowing or something along those lines. It's really cool, bro. There's a lot of cool systems, but the system you want to know the most about is how is this brother dying and coming back? They're spirit users. Not Reinhard, the purple-haired guy. I forgot his name. He was brilliant when he showed up. Really cool little character arc with him and Subaru. Oh my god, my favorite character is what's his name? The old man. That was my favorite episode. The whale fight was so good. I'm not gonna lie. Normally in animes, fighting giant enemies, most of the time they don't hit. They don't hit. That might be the best, like, fighting a giant being I've seen done in anime. I can't think of any off the top of my head that hit that hard. Like, maybe the, what's it called against, you know, the Goliath Titan? Whatever the hell its name is. I don't think so, man. Like, even in AOT, they didn't really hit when we were fighting that. It was a quick brief and then move on while he does his thing in the background. It's really hard to do those fights. So that whale fight, bro. What's the old man's name, man? Oh, and you were seeing flashbacks with his wife, and flowers were coming past, and oh, it was beautifully done. So what we're seeing in ReZero is relationships done brilliantly. Relationships are done brilliantly. And I've heard it's a visual novel, not a manga. So maybe this is my first show that I'm reacting to that's based off a visual novel. I don't know. Maybe I've watched a film or a show that has been off that. So with that being said, you can kind of tell because the writing's very, I don't know, the writing's very, it's different. The thing I've noticed the most is that Wilhelm, thank you. The thing I've noticed the most is they're really going into the emotions of the characters. And I love it when shows do that. I don't know if that continues. I hope it does. But the emotions of the characters are done brilliantly. I will say, I hope the OST gets better. Just if I'm going to nitpick on anything, not that the OST is bad. It's got that one song that's really good. Dun, 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 dun. And then that. And then that song. Dun, 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 dun. That song's brilliant. And that's about it. That's all it's got. It's just nice background songs for the rest of it. I'm going to be honest. You know? I am currently watching Shippuden, so one of the best OSTs you'll ever hear. So maybe that's, you know, kind of hurting the music. Not that it's a bad OST, but nothing's really sticking out to me except that one song. You know, I'm not jumping to Spotify to find more songs. What else? If I had to nitpick anything, yeah, the Rem and Ram designs, I don't like that. Any other? And honestly, it's hard to fault this show. It's really well written. Yeah. I can't think of anything that really annoys me. The fights are brilliant. Voice acting's brilliant. The world building's really cool. Yeah. I watched the film yesterday. That was brilliant. Honestly, if you're on the ropes about watching ReZero, go give it a try. Understand, it is a brutal show. Don't. Oh yeah. And by the way, when I talk about a show having good colors, that is so underrated. This show is stunning. Some of the landscape shots, you guys know how much I love my landscape shots. You guys know, Frieren Vinland Saga, they're the goats at it. This is another. It's beautiful, stunning. I don't know who the. Oh, someone told me in Discord who animated the show. They're quite a unique. I've never heard of them. Quite a unique name. I don't know who the animators are. Someone in my chat will tell me. But anyway, White Fox. There we go. They hit it out of the park. Animation's brilliant. But again, I'll bring up that whale fight, bro. That has to be one of the. That is a tough fight to animate. They nailed that, bro. So good. Anyway, colors are brilliant. Saturation's perfect. Visually, it's stunning. Brilliant story. Can't wait to see where it goes. I thought I would make a video for the ReZero fans out there. I'm sorry I'm not reacting to it, but I am going to try and catch up because I believe Season 4's coming out in April. Season 4 ReZero release. I believe it's out in April. Yes, I was right. I did my research. So, I will try my best to catch up, and we will react to that together. So I can't wait for that. But in a nutshell, ReZero, brilliant. Love the mechanics of it. Subaru is such a unique main character. He needs to lock in and just be like, you know what? I'm going to marry Rem. That's the best girl for him. That moment was hilarious where he was just like, oh man, I felt so bad for her. He was just like, yeah, sorry, I love Emilia. But at least he's honest, I guess. At least he's honest. At least he's honest. Yeah. To be fair, though, he did ask her to, you know what I mean, run away with him, let's have a family. She did say she can't, so, you know what I mean? His Crash Out episode was hard. I will say, if you struggle with, like, watching shows where you're gonna see a main character go through it, I'm telling you, he's going through it. You know, there are gonna be times where it's depressing. There's going to be times where it's happy. There's going to be times where it's anger. There's going to be times it's violent. This is one of those shows. This is why I said at the beginning, this show goes through human emotions for this character insanely well. He was saying stuff that I was relating to. I was like, oh shit, damn, it makes sense. What some of the stuff he's saying, just watch it. Brilliant, brilliant show. Can't recommend it enough. I hope it continues this way. I will try and keep doing videos if you guys enjoy this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.